Right here is a 40-year-old fan, and yeah, it's been oiled for 40 years with cleaning oil. It's been pretty much abused. Not abused on purpose, but abused on accident, because this is my grandfather's fan, right? So he took care of the fan for as long as he had it, and now it's my fan. But when he was taking care of it, he doesn't know what he's doing. So he's been using cleaning oil to oil this fan. And for 40 years, this fan has been using cleaning oil, and actually it worked well for some reason. So I came down here yesterday, and I ripped the fan apart, and I oiled it with 3-in-1 blue can, because he had the 3-in-1 red can, and that's what he was using. 3-in-1 red can's cleaning oil. So I had the right oil, brought it down, and yeah. So I have another video of this fan on my channel, if you want to go find it. And you can see the shaft, how dirty it was. And now, look how clean the shaft is. It's kind of weird to see the fan now like that, 'cause I've known it for like 11 years now, and for like 11 years, it's always been that kind of, like the front of the shaft always been kind of dirty, and it looked kind of dark. And that's how I've been used to it. Now it's silver and shiny. It looks weird. I'm not used to it being silver. But whatever. Oh, it's the way it's supposed to look, and it looks fine. So the shaft has been sanded down, and yeah, so I cleaned the blades. I did not clean the front and back rails because they're really not that dirty. Cleaned the back of the blade hub. Not sure if you could tell in my other video. But now, as you can see, the back of the hub is not all dusty anymore. I did clean the motor a little bit. And I oiled it with the right oils I mentioned, so. The only thing I had to do is I broke the slat down here. There's a slat here. I broke it on purpose. Because, you know, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to, you know, fit the plug through the slat. But I tried to fit it out there without breaking it, and I really couldn't get it. I was just standing there for like an hour trying to pull it out. So I'm like, you know what, forget it. So I just removed the slat. No big deal. Now this slat up here, this slat here, that was already gone. That was gone from the start. But this slat here, this bottom slat, I did remove yesterday. So I'm not worried about it. I think I kind of like it like that, because all my Lakewoods have that slat down there broken. Because I broke all the slats in my other Lakewoods where the plug is supposed to go. So when I have to take the fan apart, it's easier. So I kind of take that as like a mark of me. Kind of like, you know, like if you're a race car guy, right? And you have like a NASCAR car, or if that makes any sense. You have like a race car, and you put like your signature on the hood or something. Like, that's what people do. It's kind of like how I did it with my fan. If the slat right there is broken, it's most likely my fan. And I kind of, you know, it's like identified as me or my fan. So I kind of like that. So people might say it's stupid and you ruin the fan, but I think it's like a mark, like, oh, my signature or something, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like this was his fan. Well, this is my fan. So yeah, enough of that talking. So the performance did change. I don't know what happened here, but I oiled the fan with the right oil for the first time in its life. And I turned it on like a minute after, and the startup sound went away. It had a startup sound. If you check my other video, you can tell it had a startup sound, which is weird. But I oiled it with the right oil, and the startup sound went away. So now is a day later. I haven't ran the fan yet, so I have no idea if the startup sound's here or not. So it's time to find out. We'll see if the startup sound is here, or if it came back, or if it's still gone. Here's high. I don't hear it. Sounds louder, much louder. Motor doesn't make any sounds. Sear stand. It's medium. It sounds smooth. smoother. Like before, it just sounded kind of muffled and slower. Now it's like a tank. Here's low. This is the most iconic Lakewood sound, low. What does that sound? Is that the rotor? Is that hitting the stator for real? It looks better. Like, I don't know what that is. That sounds like something's hitting something. Like dee 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 dee. Anyway, here's back to high. And off. Yeah, I don't know what that is. See if the spin down increased. It's about the same. No, actually, no, I think it's longer. I don't know. Without watching my other video with before the buffs and oil, I can't really tell you if it's longer or not without comparing the two. So, if you guys really want to know, go check out my other video of this fan before. Because I have another video of this on my channel of this fan before I did all the buffs. But, you know. And the blade doesn't look like it's on the shaft all the way. I can't seem to get that. Anyway. Now I'm just curious. I wonder what the startup sound went. Because I thought I heard it. Thought I didn't. So. Doesn't smell. Doesn't smell. Sometimes it would smell. Not bad or anything. It just has like a heat smell to it. But not anymore. It's like that oil just like healthied the motor somehow. Anyway, here's high. See if it starts on. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. There's no startup sound, but there's a weird, like, loud sound. You guys hear that? It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I never used to do that. Maybe it's just the motor warming up. Can't warm up though. It seems faster than it was before. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I don't hear a start. Let's try it on low. Maybe low has startup sound. I heard a little bit of it, like one hum. We appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. So the startup sound just went away randomly. That's awkward. Anyway, that's my K-223. And if you guys are curious, my last go over here is doing just fine. It's kind of funny. This fan is 7 years old, and it's already on its second motor. And this fan is on its first motor, and it's 40 years old. What does that tell you? It's pretty sad Lasco went this route, really. I mean, they're really a nice company. I mean, even their fans in the 80s had some cheap stuff to them. Like, the motor was plastic in the 80s for Lasco. Because they had the Sears motors, but whatever. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. Bye.